Yo, hello, how are we doing, everyone? I wanted to make a video talking about Unika. Her name will probably be in the title as well, but I wanted to just, I made a video on like day one, and I know a lot of people in the comments were upset. I know I've read them all. If you look at all of my videos, I like every single comment. Even if it's the most hateful shit you can say, I like it, I read it, and I sometimes even give it a comment. It seems like this character has been out for over a week now, pretty sure, right? Maybe? A little over a week, or about a week. And I want to just talk about her, where she is now, the global opinions on the character. So it seems right now with Unika, you either think she is whatever, like trash, or okay, well not trash, but like mid as hell, or you think she's broken as hell, right? I don't see how you can think this character is whatever. I think this character is extremely fucking strong. Like really, really, really strong. But there are some people out there that think she's not great. But again, there's the other half that thinks this character is just really like dumb. I mean, she has everything. I made a video talking about her, her moves and whatnot. But even, what's surprising? Even Leffen, for the most part, someone who people know most people think of a down player, has said that this character is broken and probably still in the top 5. This character is, well, and also a contender for the best, but I don't think Unika's the best, but she is definitely up there. I don't know where exactly. I would need to think a little more on where I'd want to place her. Giving her a number. I do plan on making another tier list pretty soon, but that's besides the point. This is more of a Unika video. So what have I discovered, or what have I, thought more about since the last time I made a video talking about this character? I stand on a lot of shit. I think dash cancels are extremely strong on her. And also one thing about this character as well, she has simple inputs, which I actually did not know. If you off the follow-ups, if you do, like, let's say you press back K, the overhead being a 214 input, you will just get the overhead. So yeah, that is one thing I actually did not know. The second thing I did not know was how good this 5H was. I knew it was good, but it has exceeded my expectations a little. This button is nasty. That is the second thing I'll say. Another thing I'll say about this character, which I did not talk about a lot the last time, her jump. Okay, so her jump is really interesting. So it's actually, you can make it go pretty far. Like unironically, if I do backdash, you can make it go pretty far. So you see where I land here. But if you press a button in the air, she falls like a rock. So in this game where characters have guaranteed IED, a guaranteed point where they're gonna land with their IED, even pressing a button, right? She doesn't have that. She will fall like a literal rock. Again, if I do the air dash all the way, I end up here. But if I press a button, I end up a lot further. Meaning off like this, for example, right? You can get certain setups like left rights, etc. like that, right? I'm not sure, again, I haven't been playing the character as in like playing as her, but I'm not too sure what's real and what's fake, but I'm pretty sure there are some setups that you cannot 6-feet or like crouch, but again, I don't know all of her tech like that. I refuse to actually play this character like that. I've been fighting her a lot though, but one of the things I can see from fighting her quite often is the slide. Oh my, the slide. It's really okay. So this character, this slide it's really good. I won't lie, the slide is really good. And at low profiles on frame 7. So Sin's is frame 10, and his is 21 frames, sorry. Hers is 16, Kai's is 7, and they both low profile on frame 7. So I think that's really funny. I think it low profiling on that, or that early, is it's really funny. The next thing I will say, even though I just compliment her jump and how good it is, also giving her things like this, like if you want to pressure reset or whatnot, it doesn't seem great on defense. Like it doesn't seem great in like neutral or on defense. It seems good like for mix-ups, but in terms of like actually getting out of the corner or like IEDing at someone, it doesn't. I mean, she has this. It's a slower normal, but she has this, and it's a pretty high attack level as well, from what I understand. But she doesn't have like crazy just IED like neutral like that. But I could be wrong, but from fighting her, I don't see that. So I'll give Unika players that. The next thing I will talk about is her offense is, again, I will stand with it. It is so fucked up. It is really, really good. right? With the dash cancels, especially, like, if you can do, like... See, I suck. Never mind, I'm gonna go. Right? Like this, or like... Oh, I suck. Never mind. Never mind, I'm gonna go. Right? Like that, like, you know, very, very strong. Especially with, like, this being, like, Garuda. Putting yourself closer is really scary. So, if you're able to, you know, do... Oh, see, I fucked up again. Right? If you're able to do stuff like this, especially if you have meter, this character with meter is, she uses meter so well, right? You know, getting out of her pressure is just scary with how scary her offense is. Because realistically, this follow-up makes no sense. This follow-up is so broken. So what you want to do is you want to, okay, so this isn't like, I guess this is a little counterplay section. You know, with this character, fighting this character, what you want to do is you want to jump this. So you never want to realist block this. Because you block this and then they do this and it's plus 10 in your face, right? Or, you know, I think you get to like plus 14, right? So you never want to block this. So you want to jump. So if I set Kai on block to jump, oh, sorry, I'm an idiot. On block, let's go jump. So if they do this, right, they can do that. If they jump forward, so if I put Kai to, you know what, I think this will be easier if I play as Kai. Let me swap the characters real quick. Give me one second. So, okay, so now I have Unika here, right? So, okay, so getting out of this character's pressure is a bit hard. So you realistically never want to block the 5H follow-up. So, this, right? Because she can get up to plus 14, I believe. So that's plus 10, and that's plus 12. The reason it says minus because player 1 is Kai, so it's saying Kai is minus 12. But I believe you can get it to plus 14. Yeah, there we go, 14. I think that's, yeah, 14. So in this situation, you want to jump the fireball. So the 5H follow-up, you want to jump, right? You want to jump. Now, in terms of, like, falling on her with the button is probably a no-go. So, if you fall on her with the button, what will happen is... And then you get put in a whole combo. So, if the Unika is ready for it, they can counter that. Now, if they go into something different, then obviously it's, you know, right? It can work. You can get out of the corner that way. But if they're ready for it and they know, then... you're getting put a whole combo. And if you air block it, like if you were to air block this, she's plus 1. So air blocking it is not the greatest, but it's fine. I mean, plus 1 is it's almost essentially almost neutral, right? So it's not the end of the world. But you know, there's options like you can just do like neutral jump, for example. But she can do stuff like this. She can do. Oops. She can do that. Like, if you don't press a button, now she won't reach it. So this is why, you know, she can commit to, oops, sorry. She can commit to it, but you can, like try to IED out, right? For example, like that. But if she does DP, then you will air block it. Now, you can play the game where you, like, for example, if she does... Right, like, she can just do this, oh, sorry. She can realistically just do this and then nothing, right? But, you know, then she'll be ready to catch your, like, if you try to jump over her. So jumping is the way, but, again, Kara overhead can, like, catch your jump if you're just, like, neutral jumping up in the corner. If you're forward jumping, again, that's fine, but you'll probably end up air blocking the DP. So you kind of just want to be, like, it's just RPS, like, you just want to, like, try to guess, right? But yes, you can like ID over her and try to get behind her. Like that is an option. But if you try to jump, then this right here, oops, sorry, will catch your jump. So this into this will catch your, as you saw, I just air blocked it. And when you air block this, this becomes gapless. Oops, sorry. So now that's gapless and now she's plus 12 in your face. Funny, right? So yeah, she can, but you can 6B this. Ooh. Right, so, you know, but yeah, if you do try to go for 6P, then she can, oh, sorry, she can just do, you can get a actual pickup here. Right, she get a pickup and then go for a combo. So yeah, again, it's just RPS. It's pretty hard to get over pressure. And again, I'm doing it off just 5H into like follow up here. But realistically, there's situations where you're not gonna just get the, like, it could be space from here. So like, there's times where you actually won't be able to IED and jump over the character, right? Like, it depends. I could do like /5H, for example, and be like all the way back here to the point where the IED won't work. Right, you might have, it's pretty spacing dependent. Like, you might have more room to jump and avoid stuff, but obviously if it's closer, then, you know, your jump can get clipped by something like, you know, this, or, you know, it can get clipped by something like this. So you kind of just have to be careful of what's going on. Now, in terms of blocking these, so one thing I've noticed as well with this character is her follow-ups on the S normals are both projectiles. So IBFD doesn't really have a huge effect versus her, or I guess like FD and all that in general, because these are projectiles, so no pushback, which is really weird. Yeah, I don't know why. The last thing though that's pretty funny about this character, so one thing I will say is one of her weaknesses as well is she's not great at her follow-up. Okay, her cancels off 2D aren't the greatest. So this is -8, so it's not like super punishable in terms of like reversal punishable or like DP punishable. But like, you know, this is -8, right? This is -14, 17, -17, right? And then this is -5. So it's like, you know, it's fine, but off 2D she doesn't have like the best cancels in the world. But I mean, obviously her specials off, you know, this are like absolutely absurd. So yeah, those are the things I've noticed about this character. Yeah, getting out of her pressure again is just really hard, especially when even if it's not off the H, right? Even if it's just this, it feels like you're just holding shit. I mean, obviously you can jump this, but it's a risk because if you jump this, you clip by this in the RC, you just die, right? Or, you know, let's say you're just not expecting to get hit by an overhead from half screen. Well, too bad, you know, you probably just died, right? I now can't even do Karas, but, you know, yeah. I mean, I didn't even have to car that one. It actually reached. But, oh, why can I not do it? I guess it's late. Dude, I'm not gonna lie, it's 3:30 in the morning. I guess I'm just tired. I guess I'm just tired, dude. So please forgive me. But, yeah, overall, I think this character is still very, very strong. I mean, she has crazy confirms, crazy RPS, like even blocking this, like -3, you know, she can DP. If you're scared of DP, she can retake her turn, but again, her normals, her cancels off, you know, to get regular just 2D aren't the greatest, for example. But she uses meter pretty well. She's a scary character, crazy damage. I think she's crazy mixed. I think this character's crazy. I still think she's better Sin. So I'm not taking back my statement on the first video I made. I think this character is broken. I think she's very, 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 very good. The final message I will say is this. The truth. I will say the truth. If you are playing Unika coming from a good character and you think she's trash, you're the problem. That's the simple as it gets. You're the issue. This character is very, very strong. I think if you come from a very privileged character or a character that fits your playstyle only, or you're just so carried by this one niche playstyle, whether it's like, you know, randoming people out with Millie or Abba or something like that, or, you know, playing a broken character like, I don't know, Leo or like Ram or like, you know, Johnny. Like, if you can only play one character and you try hopping on this character and you can't make it work, it's not the character's fault. She's very strong. Keep playing her. She's just, it's a different playstyle you gotta get used to. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Again, thank you for watching. Until the next time, thank you.